Have you ever had a glass of wine, maybe even just one or two, and shortly after start to feel an annoying hand coming on? And maybe the first thing someone told you was, must be the sulfites. It's something you heard all the time when people talk about wine, but in reality it's a little bit more complex. Today I want to explain why some wine can cause the hands and why others don't. And most importantly, clear up one of the most common myths, that the sulfites are always the problem. Hi, I'm Pietro from Podere la Marronaia. We are a family-run farm. We produce organic and biodynamic wine in San Gimignano. Some of our wine won also the Merano Wine Hunter Festival. If you're interested to the wine world, follow us and subscribe. Let's start with the most obvious and most common factors. The alcohol. Alcohol can contribute to dehydration, and the dehydration is one of the most causes of the head chase. When we drink wine, especially if you are drinking no water alongside it, the body tends to lose fluid more quickly. This can lead to that heavy or throbbing feeling in the head that many people associate with wine. In other words, sometimes the problem isn't the wine itself, but the way we drink it. Many people forgot that the alcohol is a diuretic. This means it stimulates the body to release more fluids. If during dinner you drink wine but very little water, it becomes much more likely that you feel a head chase afterward or even the next morning. It's one of the simple and most common explanations. Now let's talk about sulfites, because they are often blamed for everything. Sulfites are a compound using wine as antioxidant and preservatives. They help protect the wine from the oxidation and certain microbial problems. But here is something that many people didn't realize. Sulfites are not always added, they are also naturally produced during the fermentation. This means that almost all wine contains sulfites, even the most natural ones. Another interesting fact is that most common foods, like dried fruit, packaged snacks, or fruit juices, often contain more sulfite than a glass of wine. True sulfite allergies are actually very rare, and when they occur, they usually cause symptoms different than head chase. Another compound that may play a role is the histamine. Histamines are naturally formed during the fermentation and aging of certain food and drinks, including wine. Some people are more sensitive to histamine than others. In these cases, symptoms such as head chase, facial flushing, or feeling of pressure in the head can occur. Residual sugar can also play a role in some cases. Very sweet or richer wine containing a higher level of residual sugar, and for some people this can contribute to a feeling of heaviness or discomfort if they're consuming in larger amount. It's not the main cause in most situations, but it can influence how the body reacts. Another factor that is often overlooked is the quality of the grape of the winemaking process. Wine made from healthy grapes, grown carefully and processed with attention, tends to be more balanced and stable. This doesn't mean that it can never cause discomfort, but generally speaking, a well-made wine is often needed to the body to handle. Finally, the context matters too. Drinking wine on an empty stomach, drink it too quickly, or mixing different alcoholic beverage can increase the chance of getting a head chase. Wine, especially when it's enjoyed slowly and together with food, is usually much easier to tolerate. If wine sometimes gives you a head chase, it doesn't automatically mean sulfites are to blame. Often it's a combination of factors: alcohol, dehydration, personal sensitivity, the way we drink, and the quality of the wine itself. The key is the moderation, drinking water alongside wine and choosing bottles that are made with care. Here at Marronaia, we believe that the wine should be a pleasure and a moment of sharing, not something that makes you feel unwell. If you would like to keep discovering the world of wine in a simple and curious way, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, and if you ever visit San Gimignano, come and see us among the vineyard. Cheers!